WASSCE 2022 Integrated Science, and without much ado, we are going to start answering the questions. But before I start, I want you to know that the 2022 Integrated Science WASSCE contain the topics that mostly drop in almost every WASSCE or WAEC examination. And when we get to such questions or such topics, I'll point them out to you. So starting, we are going to start with the practicals. And for the question 1, it had to do with the experiment to test for the presence of starch in a leaf. So the first question was, say the reason for the following steps. So the leaf was boiled in water for 3 minutes. So the reason why the leaf was boiled in water for 3 minutes. The leaf was boiled in water to kill the germs. It was put in alcohol to decolorize it, and then it was put in cold water to soften it. So let's go and look at the other questions. So state two observations that will be made after carrying out step 2. So leaf becomes pale and decolorized, and also the alcohol clears the green pigment, which is the chlorophyll. And 2 precautions that should be taken when performing the experiment. Care should be taken during the boiling of the leaf, and also the leaf placed in the alcohol should be heated in a water bath, not directly heating the alcohol. The reason for each precaution stated: alcohol can catch fire, that's why. And also, when you're boiling something and then you don't take your time, you can get a burn. Then the B says, in an experiment, a piece of bread was chilled and placed in a petri dish for 10 minutes. It was transferred into a test tube. Then Benedict solution was added and heated. State observation is definitely going to become brick red. Say the inference to be drawn after the test with Benedict solution. It indicates the presence of reducing sugars. I would read the questions and scroll to the answer section so that you can get it from there. So this was a cow, which is the agric part. Identify the animal illustrated. Definitely it's a bull, the hammed one. And example is white Fulani and then Ndama. The hampless, then you have Jersey. Yes, and then you are asked to label the part. So you have the ear as the eye, the eye is the horn, and then the eye, which is the tail, and then the eye is the scrotum. So we were later asked for the uses of the ear. It's for hearing, the horn is for defense, and then the tail is for driving away flies. So you were also asked for practices that can be performed on the parts labeled. Management practices. So the horning, the scrotum castration, and the purpose of the dehorning is to prevent injury. Then castration is to make the meat tender and then for the bull to grow very well. And you also went on to a question on preparation of hydrogen gas. You asked to label the parts. Your eye is your round bottom flask, your eye is your thistle funnel, your eye is your gas jar, the eye vein is water trough, the vein is beehive. So you went on to be asked what are the suitable chemicals needed, and from the solution you have here, zinc, metal, and then HCl. Then the way of collecting the gas is upward delivery, and the reason is less dense than air. Then the E, you were asked to state one function of the beehive. So the function of the beehive is to support the gas jar, and you were also asked how you can test for the gas. So a pop sound is heard when a glowing splint is bring towards the lamp. And with the question 4 here, I wouldn't spend so much time here because you need a rule, and the picture I took here wouldn't be okay if you use your rule. But for the slope, since you had your work against your distance, definitely you are going to be finding the force, which is the slope. Since this part is very clear for the essay part, I'll scroll gently to the answers for you to look at them, so we conserve much time. So looking at the question 1, I'll scroll to the answers gently for you to be able to observe. Okay, so this is the biology part, which is excretion, and it also has to do with laboratory practices and then their importance. And the D part has to do with electricity, which is a power topic that I mentioned I will be showing you, which you always find in any WAEC exam, especially with the integrated science, definitely integrated science. Say 4 reasons why farmers should be discouraged from using chemical fertilizers. Okay. Then went on to talk about hard water, then water levels, and then food processing. Okay, so this is the part where you have the solution to the mechanical advantage velocity ratio and the formula food processing as well. Then question 3 had to do with nuclear energy, then scientific principle of certain local industries, micronutrients, difference between broadcasting and side dressing, and then differentiating between conductors and semiconductors, and then 2 appliances in the home that have semiconductors. So since this is typed, it will be easier for you to read through. So I'll gently scroll for you to find the answers for yourself. Then question 4 here, conditions to be considered, selecting a viable seed, characteristics of a good seed, then state Ohm's law, and you have electricity again. You don't joke with electricity, it's always there. And question 4C was as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So you should take note of the current affairs as well when you are studying for the integrated science exam. Then instruments used for measuring volume of liquid, reasons why instrument an accurate measurement is necessary. So I just need to zoom out for you to see the answers. You can pause the video to get the answers if you want all of them. Then for the question 5, which also had to do with cattle as well, which you had in the practical. Then 5B also has to do with compounds, electron configuration, mass number, which is also a topic that you need to really give attention to when preparing for your exam. And the C part had to do with radioactivity, and the last part had to do with climate change. Climate change is always in the news, which is like current affairs, so you should always take note of that topic. So here are the answers. Kindly pause the video to get a better glimpse of them. Then the final part, question 6, another power topic here, organic chemistry, which you would always get. Then your rock weathering, genetics. Genetics is a topic you should also look out for all the time. Then you have your Archimedes principle, Then you have your Archimedes principle and a question on the calculation, so you can look at it and then get a solution down here. Thank you for watching this video. Like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and then come back for more.